Student hunger strike continues as the Hong Kong government refused to withdraw the national education curriculum. Chief Executive CY Leung unveiled the 10-point plan to ensure affordable housing. Thanks for tuning in.
Also in the news today, Prime Minister Julia Gillard visits Curtin University, and a freelance journalist has held a photo exhibition to help refugees in South Sudan.
This is the Evening News.
Good evening. 40,000 people gathered next to the new government office, urging the Education Bureau to scrap the national education syllabus immediately. But the General Secretary, Carrie Lam, has held a press conference on Monday night, saying the government will not withdraw the controversial syllabus. Hong Kong correspondent Lauren Chan has more.
The Opposition Alliance Against National Education gathered in Talma Park, demanding the government to withdraw the national education subject. The green area of the newly built park was full. Teachers, parents and students expressed their views on the strong stance of the government implementing national education. A parent told us that he had to voice his views. He said the most important thing is to let the next generation to be able to think independently and have critical mindsets. There were also some local artists in line with the gathering. A singer, Wong Kar-keung, said he worried the subject will let Hong Kong lag behind other cities. The organizer demanded CY Leung to face the protesters, but he did not show up at the deadline. The gathering ended in 10 p.m. with over 40,000 people against the so-called brainwashing subject, according to the organizer. They will consider organizing students' strike if the government does not withdraw the subject. Lauren Chan, DHK News, Hong Kong.
10 solutions to create affordable housing have been announced by Chief Executive CY Leung, the Secretary of Transport and Housing and the Secretary of the Development Bureau in Hong Kong. The plan includes 5,000 of the My Home Purchase Scheme flats ceasing to be available for lease and being put on the market. There will also be government-owned residential land being sold next season. Queenie Li has filed this report.
The property prices continue to skyrocket after Leung Chun-ying has been elected as the Chief Executive of Hong Kong. The press conference held by Leung, Secretary of Transport and Housing Bureau Anthony Cheung, and Secretary of Development Bureau Paul Chen announced 10 solutions solving this issue. In the aspect of short-period supplement, Hong Kong Housing Authority has got 830 home ownership scheme flats left. 825 of them will be released next year at Tin Shui Wai. Besides that, 5,000 of the My Home Purchase Scheme flats will stop leasing and be put on the market for sale.
The announcement of these measures is intended exactly to deal with the situation straight away. We don't have to wait. But if the situation changes further, we have other measures in the pipeline to deal with them then.
Leung announced the next season's land sale program, where he will arrange 6 of the government's residential lands for sale, including the Tsuen Wan West Station development projects. 2,650 flats will be put on the market. Leung stated to increase the land sales depends on the market reaction. However, Chan believed that the flat supplement is still not enough. On the other hand, the supplement of public housing flats will be planned by Urban Renewal Authority. The factory at Chai Wan will be transformed as public housing flats. This will help the demands of single and nuclear families, providing 180 small and middle-sized flats. Leung also announced the scheme outline for assisting only Hong Kong citizens to buy a house, but he has not stated the release date. Queenie Li, DHK News.
Prime Minister Julia Gillard has paid a visit to Curtin University today. State political journalist Christian Dry joins us from the university. Christian.
Yes, Ivan. Prime Minister Gillard was met with a sizable protest down here at Curtin University today in support of equal marriage and gay and lesbian rights. Around 70 gay and lesbian protesters marched up to the Biosciences Research Precinct, where the Prime Minister was due to open a new campus building. Cat cries of bigotry and of the event being a baby-kissing opportunity were just some of the slurs fired in the PM's way, whilst the protest was met by a good crowd of onlookers.
It is a bit disconcerting, the fact that there were threats from the police to arrest students for standing on university property, which by all rights is somewhere we should be allowed to stand.
Police presence was on hand to make sure the event did not get out of hand, and as you can see, there's still a considerable amount of police here. This may continue for a couple of hours. Back to you in the studio, Ivan.
Thanks, Christian. WA Premier Colin Barnett and China's Zhejiang State Governor Dr. Xia Baolong together marked the 25th anniversary of the sister-state relationship.
The ceremony was held at the Perth Convention Centre on Monday night. Both sides have signed the Memorandum of Understanding to renew and strengthen the agreement, which began back in 1987. In a speech, Mr. Barnett encouraged West Australians to visit China more often. Dr. Xia said projects and exchanges between both states have reflected Australia's friendliness towards China. The West Australian State Government has launched a kids sports program for the summer, which allows financially disadvantaged children between 5 and 18 years to join sport and recreation clubs. The Minister for Sport and Recreation, Terry Waldron, said more than 9,600 children have signed up to the new program. Timothy Seow with the details.
The innovative kids sport program, launched by the state government last November, has proven to be a successful hit. The program, which offers subsidies of up to $200 a child, is meant to help families with tight financial conditions. Children who previously had no opportunity to be a member of a club are able to do so now.
9,600 children in this state who would not have had an opportunity to play sport, would not have had an opportunity to be a member of a club, are now doing so. So it's been a great program, and today is about encouraging more families to take part so their children can play in summer sports, whatever they might be.
Sport and Recreation Minister Terry Waldron strongly believes that recreation clubs provide a wonderful place for young children to learn more about life skills and responsibility.
One of the reasons behind this program was that the sporting club provides a wonderful place for young children to learn about life, to learn leadership, to gain self-esteem, to be part of a team, responsibility, all those things. And I've always been a great believer that the sporting club environment provides that and helps provide leaders in our community.
Over 113 local governments are working together in this program, and there is a funding of $10 million over a period of 4 years. The program is aimed at teaching children life skills and lessons that are part of life and can be applicable in the future. Timothy Seow, DHK News.
A new development project for Perth's riverfront area was announced by the Lord Mayor Lisa Scaffidi and developer Helen Palmer. The project will take place at Point Frazer and is set to become one of WA's most attractive venues. Alexandra Moller reports.
Point Frazer will soon become part of WA's hospitality and tourism attractions. This comes after Lord Mayor Lisa Scaffidi announced the beginning of the project's development, along with the features and benefits it will bring to people in WA. The foreshore will include restaurants, tourism outlets, waterfront dining and recreational and playground areas. Lord Mayor Lisa Scaffidi says the development will not only add life to this particular area of the city, but also increase the public's interactions within the Swan River.
We always saw this component as being an appropriate addition to it because, again, people want to engage with the riverside in these types of venues.
She also referred to the project as a significant boost to the commercial development of the Point Frazer precinct and eastern suburbs. Additionally, overwater building construction will allow easy access for patrons with up to 295 parking bays. On the other hand, developer Helen Palmer says this project will increase tourism attraction to the Perth riverfront area.
Where I think here we're going to have the tourist. I mean, every taxi goes past it from the airport, from every room around here people can see it. And we're going to have such a mix of wonderful restaurateurs that are going to give us the taste of the world.
Alexandra Molo, DHK News.
Freelance journalist Ronald Mizen held a photo exhibition in Fremantle last week after his 2-week journey at a refugee camp in South Sudan. The photos from the mini exhibition were later sold, with all the profits going to charity to help refugees. Ronald said the trip was amazing and he has learnt a lot from it.
I was there for one of 2 days in a month. That was the food distribution day. 2 days every month they get their food distributed, and even then, you know, many of the refugees have to take the small amount of food that they're given and trade that off for other essentials, and I could never imagine living like that. It's horrible. You know, it certainly puts into perspective how privileged I am and the people that I know are to live where we do and to lead the lifestyles that we do.
And finally tonight, a reminder that you can join us on our Facebook page for all the latest drama for the Hong Kong election coming up on this Sunday. And of course, the full coverage and all the latest breaking video news stories on our YouTube channel, and a full English summary on the evening news next Tuesday.
And before we leave you tonight, it's a very special night here on DHK News as it's Ivan's birthday. So happy birthday, Ivan, and congratulations of stepping into the world of mature adults.
Well, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger, and it's not fun anymore, isn't it?
I'm sure you'll have fun.
You can assure me.
Yes.
Okay, I'll see what happens tonight
birthday.
then. I'll see what happens tonight then. Well, thank you for your support as well. That's how the world looks tonight.
Good night.
See you later.